Welcome back, fans, to another edition of Boozing with Jude. It's a Tuesday. You know what that means? Absolutely nothing relevant. It's just Tuesday. So, what are we doing today? I'm going to make a drink called the Bitter Giuseppe. Bitter Giuseppe. I bet you've never heard of it. Today, I'm going to use amaro. Amaro, that Italian drink, that Italian beverage that many people don't like, but it is a great taste. Italians have a taste for bitter things, and if you are a person that likes black coffee or espresso or grapefruit juice or IPAs, there are all sorts of things that we eat or drink that have bitter taste to them, and we like them. And so amaro, or the group of amari, which is plural for amato, so don't say amaros because you're just saying amaro with an S, and when they plural it in Italy, they don't do that. Amari. The group of amaris ranges from super intense bitter to really light. We've used some of these amari, in some of our drinks. So the lightest probably we've used is the Aperol, for that really refreshing Aperol spritz that's perfect for a day like this, where you can see I'm actually kind of hot and a little perspiring because it's a big day with Max. Had to throw the ball, and then she would lay in the shade for an hour, then come back and I'd throw another one. So we want to get in these refreshing drinks while we can, because the snows will be flying soon, and I'm going to be moaning about it to you if you decide to watch. So the Aperol, pretty light. We've had the Negroni with Campari, and Campari is much more intensely bitter, beautiful red color. Today I'm using one called, just never know which way to turn it, Cynar. Not Cynar, Cynar. Okay. Jude, what's on that bottle? What, you mean this little green thing? Yeah, Jude, what is that? That's what they say in Italy is carciofo. That's a carciofo. That is an artichoke. Imagine that. Yes, this is an amaro, which has artichoke in it. Are you grossed out? Don't be. Because you know what? You really can't taste it. There's about 13 things in this amaro. Amaro basically is a herbal or a herbal liquor made in Italy, and it ranges from light alcohol ABV, maybe like 16%, up to 40%. But I'm making this today because it's a perfect digestivo. And I haven't been feeling that great lately, so I'm going to see if this cures me. Amaros were actually medicinal. They were marketed as tonics way back. Now this particular one comes from 1952. It's a Venetian one, so it's from the Venice area, but the guy who marketed it, the guy who created it, let's put it that way. So he was like an Italian playboy. So 1952, he creates this stuff. He gets some famous Italian actor that we've never heard of to do this great commercial, so it kind of rose to fame. And this guy who created it, whose name I don't remember, he had 6 different children from 6 different wives, and then he died and left his whole fortune to his secretary. Yeah. I bet there were some unhappy women and children there. Oops. Anyways, but Cynar is really popular amongst bartenders. Bartenders tend to have their kind of secret handshake drinks, and this is one of them. And so, but it's becoming more and more popular, and I think you should give it a try. And you can drink it with soda. It's really nice with a sort of a little bitter lemon, like a San Pellegrino does a limonata, like a lemon soda, and it's a great ways to try. Why it's a little less intense, because it also is sweet. It's got a little sweetness to it. So if you're afraid of the bitter, this actually might be a good place to start. You might be put off by, an artichoke on the label, and it's a very dark color. It's like cola color. So, and by the way, Cynar and cola is also a nice drink to have. So we're going to make the Bitter Giuseppe. Bitter Giuseppe was created by a guy in Chicago at a bar whose name I don't remember, but the bar actually is quite famous for serving amaro and bitter drinks. And I see that I have to go get my one little ingredient that I didn't bring. So I'm going to be right back because, I can never remember to have everything all at the same time. So you didn't even know I was gone, really. I had to get some orange bitters. So this drink comes with basically 4 ingredients. It comes with 2 full ounces, which is kind of an interesting drink that the amaro is the main spirit of this drink. Now, 2 full ounces of this is 16.5% alcohol by volume. And it's not a really expensive amaro. So, I mean, it's like you can afford it if you want to give it a try. And I would say, go for it. If you sort of like some bitter drinks, you're really going to enjoy this, despite how it looks and despite that whole, artichoke thing. But Italians love artichokes. I think Naples is maybe the biggest producer of artichokes, like, in the universe. No, I don't know if that's true, but whenever I go to Italy, I always order artichokes if they're on the menu in something because they're so good. Oh my God. I mean, who looked at that thing and said, yeah, I want to eat that? I don't know. Actually, who looked at that thing and said, yeah, we should put it in a drink? I don't really know, but you know what? I'm glad they did. So, okay, so we've got the Cynar, Latin for Cinara, Latin for artichoke. Then we're going to have our Antica formula, a little bit of sweet vermouth. This is a nice sweet vermouth. We're going to put a little lemon juice and then 6 dashes of orange bitter, Angostura orange bitter. Okay, and so we're going to stir this up in a pitcher, and then we're going to serve it in a on the rocks glass, old-fashioned glass. So basically, piece of cake to make. Just going to stir it up, put some ice in your pitcher. Should have done that last. I'm going to start with the dashes. I'm going to do 6 dashes of orange bitters. And then I'm going to do 2 full ounces of our Cynar. I'm going to let you see it as I pour it so you can see what color it is. It is dark like cola, as I said. So 2 ounces of Cynar. Nice dark drink. It does look like Coca-Cola. So if you make a Cynar and cola, you're just going to look like you're drinking Coca-Cola. So if you want to have a drink in the middle of the day and just tell people you're having a Coke, who cares? We're going to do 1 ounce of the Antica formula, which is a really, really nice sweet vermouth that we've used before. This is a pricey little thing. You can use a lesser expensive one, but if you want a good drink, go for it. Okay, so 1 ounce of that. And then we're going to do just about 1/4 of an ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice. So I'm going to take my little 1/2 ouncer here. See if I can find the measurement. I mean, who can really see that? I'm just going to do like 1/2 of that. Yeah, and put that in there. So you want to stir it a good long time because, there's artichoke in it. You shouldn't be afraid of this. People should be adventurous, right? Now, I always say, it's your life. Live it, drinking the cocktails you like. And you may not like this, but how would you know? How would you know? I mean, it's true that a lot of drinks are acquired taste, and, some person somewhere would say, well, why would I want to acquire it if I don't like it the first time? Kind of like that old cigarette smoking commercial, the anti-smoking one years ago, where it's like, remember the first time you smoked a cigarette? And they're showing this kid in a bathroom, trying to light up, and then he turns green and coughs all over. It's like, basically, why would you keep doing it? It's not that way with alcohol. Just don't even compare them. Acquired taste, because some of the most acquired taste in my cocktail portfolio are my favorites, which basically I would say neat scotch all the time. First time I took a sip of that, I was like, no, thank you. All right, so I think we've got this cold enough. So we're going to just take our julep strainer, and I'm going to pour it into my glass that I have with already ice in it. And yummy. Look at that, baby. So I'm going to garnish it with a little lemon twist, which I cut ahead of time because you know how I am with garnish. Nice if you have a good lemon. Sorry, you might want to express it a little bit. Yep, some wine in there. Just squeeze it in there, and then just maybe twist it up. And if you care about making things look pretty, there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we have the Bitter Giuseppe. What's the word for bitter, by the way? Amaro. Did you know that? Really? Amaro is the word for bitter. So we could call this the amaro or Giuseppe amaro. I don't know if that really works, but I'm not really a fluent Italian speaker. Much better than French though. So here we are, Bitter Giuseppe, and I'm going to dedicate this to all of my friends in Italy and my colleagues in Italy. We have a center in Rome that we work with, and I hope they enjoy this drink. I love Italy. Yeah, I do. My soul's there. So here we go. Salute! I can't tell you how much I like this drink. This is a gorgeous drink, folks. You should not be afraid of it. Now, let's see. What are you going to get? You're going to get a little lemon juice, first of all. Um, you don't taste artichoke. It's vegetal tasting. It's earthy tasting. Um, but at the end, what it finishes with is a drink that I don't necessarily like, but on a set, like the licorice you taste, just a teeny bit. I'm not a big like drinker of sambuca or um, Jägermeister. Oh my! But just a little bit of this, and it's like, you know what? I can see why it's a digestivo, and so hopefully it'll help me feel a little bit better. I mean, when you're not feeling good with your stomach, what else is there to do but drink alcohol? Actually, those are my friends my mother's friends that she always talked about. I never did meet them. They say that artichoke has properties that help the liver. Right. And so guess what? Instead of drinking and harming your liver, you're actually helping it. Okay, this is not official. Do not quote me on that and say, I'm not a doctor. Don't be like spreading it around that, we just start drinking, it'll help our liver. I'm just saying this particular thing with its artichoke might help your liver a little bit. But anyway, so try it, folks. I hope you like it. And until next time, salute.
Over the hills and far from mine, she's waiting for love to be realized. I'll send her